Hello everyone, Tim Lawrence Scriptures here, and welcome to Mile 501, and today we're going to talk about the Homestead weekend. I'll talk briefly about the Truck Series and the Xfinity Series, but also I'll talk about the Cup Series and a couple things other than championship. So, with that Truck Series, I got it right. Yes, I did not think I was going to get this right. I thought Sauter would get it, but I just had this feeling that Brett Moffitt was going to win, and he did. And hopefully he can follow a similar path to Alex Bowman, Ryan Preece, um, Ross Chastain, you know. So hopefully can get a good Cup Series ride. Um, Actually, a lot of people forget that he was the 2015 month. Well, actually, back then it was the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series Rookie of the Year. Um, Driving for Front Row Motorsports, the 34 car. Um, Obviously, I he would not have won it had he done that in 2016, you know, or even last year, simply because there wasn't any rookie competition. I don't know. I don't remember who were the rookie contenders then. Um, but yeah, actually, I know that actually this is actually the first diecast 164 that they are offering, or a Truck Series car. Well, I almost said Truck Series car. Trucks. So that's interesting. Then we have Tyler Reddick. Okay, he's wow. I was just shocked because I was talking about how bad he is, but man, he was clutch. Um, Not Cole Custer, not Christopher Bell, not Johnny Zotter, um, not No Gregson. But yeah, he was clutch. And he won a race that he had to win. And for back-to-back years, the 9 car has won the Xfinity Series championship. It's interesting. But now he's going to RCR for next year, and hadn't been too good this season, but now um might look like a down decision. Dale Jr. and but yeah, this should really boost his future and career. Um, Trying to think, yeah, that 9 car, maybe Brett Moffitt could go there. I would say that's pretty good, be a good decision, and then maybe 9 car could win it 3 years in a row. After all, Noah Gragson going to the 1 car. I mean, so yeah, and then we have the Cup Series. So Joey Logano. Um, Wins the championship, spoils the big three party, and a lot of people are mad because they think, oh, Joe Logano should not have been the champion. This system is flawed. Well, he was actually very consistent in the playoffs. He had, I believe, 8 top 10s and 6 top 5s, more than any of the other championship four drivers, and was actually really good this regular season. And he's definitely the comeback driver of the year. I mean, to go from not even making the playoffs last year to champion, I mean, that's a huge improvement. Um, you know, that's just huge. So the the fact that he goes from that high and that low to this high is great. He was consistent throughout the year. I believe he was fifth or sixth in the driver's standings at the end of the season, but started out really well. His first DNF was not until the Coke Zero 400, so that's very impressive for Logano, to have this rebound. And in the playoffs, he was even better. And a lot of people are like, and here's the other thing with this system, would we have seen that exciting finish at Martinsville? I think I might mention that briefly when I did the video about it. But I don't think we would have. I mean, Logano did say in his post-race interview, was thinking Homestead all the time, something like that. I think that's what he said. So we would not have seen that good finish. And I mean, you saw that. You saw my video. I ranked it the third best finish over all the restrictor plate tracks. Only the Chicagoland finish and the Roval finish were better this year, at least in my opinion. Uh, so I'm, yeah, I really like this system. I think that they should take away wins to get into the playoffs, but within the rounds, I, yeah, maybe. Um, I'm not sure about into the playoffs because then we can have another Chris Buescher making it to the playoffs. Um, Before they're gonna have to start from square one next year with the Mustang, but I think they'll make good progress on it. Because simply because they have a bunch of veterans. I know Kurt Busch might be leaving, but I think everyone else is staying, and I think they only have one young driver on their best seven teams. Now, Paul Menard, I wouldn't really count him as that, but I mean, I guess you could. But he's a veteran too. So you have Joey Logano, he's kind of a veteran, but I mean, he's actually younger than Austin Dillon, but he's been driving for a long time in the Cup Series. He was rushed the Cup. I mean, I don't think that that's debatable whether he was or wasn't. I mean, seriously, a teenager, you know. But man, the championship four was almost reversed this year. And the other thing I want to talk about, was this the best championship four ever since we have had the system? No one, all the all four of the drivers led at least 20 laps, and I believe Joey Logano led the most out of all of them. Which the other thing, he led the most laps out of all of the championship four drivers. He led like 80 laps, something like that. So I think this was the best championship four ever. I mean, they finished in the top four, all four of them. And I mean, the fact that, Joey Logano and Mark Truex Jr., we all thought that it would come down between Kevin Harvick and Kyle Busch, but it really came down between Joey Logano and Mark Truex Jr. So the total underdog wins the championship. So, but I think that this was the best championship forever. Um, Comment below what you think.